Move on to Alexandra Volta.
Alexandra Volta.
From Tipperary Island.
Yeah, she's to me looks to be the horse which they've thrown in to make the pace for the other runners. Interesting drawn alongside Septimus, so it might be able to give Septimus a card in. I'm worried Septimus is going to be 3 deep, and that's going to be a problem for it. So look, it's a horse. Sometimes they send these horses over to make the pace, and they're the ones that run a drum in it because they stay, and if there's a moderate pace on. Look, I just you can't include them all, and for that reason I think again it's going to finish in the top 10, but can't win.
I know. Look, I'm not tipping him either, but I reckon this horse is going to run a cheeky race. I really do. We spoke to this before off air, I guess we can say. He ran 6th in the Epsom Derby behind New Approach, which had New Approach probably come to Australia for the Cox Plate, would have won by a length of the straight. And then ran 4th in the Irish Derby. Last start he failed. However, I do want to point out he only started like 8-1 in a race, Conduit, the Group 1 race Conduit won. Now, Conduit's gone across to the Breeders' Cup
Won the
Breeders' Cup. And this was only started 8-1, the likes of behind Conduit. Now, Conduit would start favourite in any race in Australia, right? So, for that reason, the camp must have some opinion of the horse. He may run a cheeky race.
It's there for the pace, Harvo.
He may be there for the pace, but like you said, sometimes they can keep on running these horses. So, he's not the worst outsider.
No,
that's all I'm saying.
Not the worst.
Not the worst.
That's
okay. That is Red Lord, just ahead of Prize Lady. Barbaricus.
Barbaricus has been the surprise packet of the spring. He ran a really good race in the Caulfield Cup, and I think everyone thought, well, what happened there, and then he's come out on Saturday and really backed it up and run a good race in the McKinnon, fought so strongly to the line. He's in a rare blend of form at the moment. His pedigree suggests he will really struggle with the distance, but you can't ignore good form, and he's got no weight, he's drawn well. Stevie Baster's on there. Maybe include him in multiples to run third. Can't see him winning the race, but I'd possibly hold on for a third. But I think really he may just struggle to run that 3,200 metres out and just maybe finish more 6th or 7th.
Coming to the home turn, I can see Barbaricus being right there
and then
with a little bit of a sprint. No, he'll put on a little bit of a sprint and probably hit the front at the 300 or 350 out and just be there. But 200 out, I really do see him compounding.
I agree, Arvo.
I really don't think he has the pedigree. Well, forget the pedigree, okay? They can make us look like fools all the time, but just what he's done so far in his career.
Even in the Caulfield Cup,
yeah.
That's what happened. I mean, he hit the lead, looked like he was the winner, and then he just didn't.
Just last little bit, and that was 24.
Exactly.
So the 32, I can see him being there, but just halfway down the straight, maybe giving his owners a little bit of a heart palpitation when he hits the front, but that's it.
A very underrated horse,
he is.
and a horse that's really lifted.
May come back in the autumn with nice horses.
Might be a weight for age horse in the autumn.
Finally, Moadies, Bart Cummings stay, who's qualified.
Yeah, look, got informed jockey Claire Lindop aboard. Has drawn very awkwardly in barrier 19, so we'll probably have to get back, which the horse probably tends to anyway. From a pedigree perspective by Danehill Dancer, out
of his Seville mare too.
Out of his Seville mare, but might be a slight query at that. No weight. I just think he probably lacks a little bit of class to be in the placings for mine.
I agree. I don't think he's good enough, mate. Not going to doubt Bart Cummings and that, and he's done a wonderful job with his horse, and he's got him to the Melbourne Cup, only in horse's second prep. He's only lightly raced, but yeah, I don't think he beat much in the start quality. I think they're like third run, I don't think it's good enough. I really don't think he's good enough. So he'll be running home and making some ground, maybe possibly, but I don't think nowhere near fast enough to be a threat.
No, I don't think so.
So that's a wrap of our thoughts on
Well, we should give our tips.
Yeah. Okay, what do you like?
Okay, I'm going to go for nom de jour to win the Melbourne Cup. I've illustrated the reasons why. I think he's in red hot form, great trainer, top jockey, well drawn, ticks all the boxes, wins the race for mine. I think he's going to win by a nose to Mad Rush, who I've got the utmost respect for and will be including in each way betting, and I would urge punters to do do so also. For the same reasons, top jockey, top trainer, great form, well weighted for this. Third place, I'm going to include Zipping to run third for mine. I think that I just can't ignore that horse. He's just too good a horse to not include in my multiples. And for fourth place, I'm going to put Septimus as my fourth tip, purely because I respect his form overseas. I think he's going to find a couple beat him at the weights, but he'll run an honest race.
Wow. You select the 4 horses, so I'm going to select.
We have not gone through this, by the way.
Why did you do that?
I did.
Well, anyway, I don't know what order they're going to finish in, but the 4 horses I like are Septimus, Nom de Jeu, Mad Rush, and Zipping. They're the 4 for me that stick out.
We're either good judges or
we're poor judges. Yeah, we've probably got nothing. But look, they're the 4 I like. I do want to include a couple of outsiders in a race. I think that can maybe upset the apple cart a little bit. I want to include Honolulu, Sailor Gur if we do get the conditions of a wet track, and Alexandra Alta. I want to throw him in as a massive bolter. But my 4 selections are what you like. Now, tell us about Matthew Zammit. What's he doing?
The producer just whispered in my ear not to forget Zammit's tips, because he spent a lot of time. He told me he was up all night in his hospital bed going through these tips, and it's changed them over a few times. But he settled on number 15, Gyno, to win the race.
Just in front of his favourite.
Well, he couldn't separate Gyno and Red Lord. He said that it was giving him a migraine last night, and they had to put him on an extra shot of morphine as well. So Zammit is going for Gyno, and he's a standout. But he's also suggested that punters don't overlook Red Lord for each way. And for third, he is going for an exotic bet of Varaviz. He's decided to include it on that run against
Yates.
He's a big fan of Yates and loves his riding. So he's included Varaviz for third. And
his pick 4 punters?
His pick 4 was Boundless, the Oaks winner. He's decided to go there. So he's going for around the favourites. He's decided to ignore them.
I can understand why, and thank you for those thoughts, Matthew.
Zammit. Get better soon, do Zammit.
Okay, I think that's a wrap on Melbourne Cup. Hope we've found you the winner. Thank you.